afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 22nd of May. The Reserve Bank's battle against inflation is working, but it's not over. The banks today kept the OCR at 5.5% and signalled another hike before the end of the year could even be possible. It says inflation should dip into the desired 1 to 3% target this year. But Governor Adrian Orr says they're still not ruling out a hike in the case of potential inflation surprises.
We were reminded by a photo during our meetings where the cyclists raised their arms just short of the finish line and then came second. We are keeping our hands on the steering wheel.
The Housing Minister acknowledges scrapping first home grants will be unpopular, but says it's the right thing to do. The money saved will go into $140 million allocated in next week's budget for 1,500 new social housing places. Chris Bishop says he approved or pre-approved grants will be honoured, but no more applications will be accepted from today. He says the best way to help first home buyers is to fix the housing crisis.
The first home grant started as a demand-side measure to try and help some people into first home ownership when the wider system was not being fixed.
Labour's leader says this is a difficult day for Kitty Allen, who's been convicted over a drink-driving crash last July. The former Justice Minister has pleaded guilty today to careless driving and refusing to accompany a police officer. She was slapped with an infringement notice for blowing over the legal alcohol limit at the time. It spelled the end of Allen's time in the Labour government. Chris Hipkins says he's pleased she can now move on.
I have nothing but goodwill towards her and wish her all the very best.
The Children's Minister is sitting back at Te Pāti Māori, which questioned her whakapapa on social media. Karen Chaw's bill to remove Section 7AA from the Oranga Tamariki Act passed its first reading yesterday. Responding to the bill, Te Pāti has said since Chaw was raised by Pākehā, she has a disconnection and a disdain for her own people. In the House today, Chaw fired back, saying she doesn't need to justify to the party how she was raised.
I am also not going to let anyone else, especially Te Pāti Māori, think that they can tell my story for me, especially when they have no idea what they're talking about.
The future's looking bright for Napier Port, with strong earnings as the region recovers from Cyclone Gabrielle. The port's 6-month revenue to the end of March rose from about $64 million the year before to $70.6 million. Underlying net profit after tax increased more than 48% to $11.1 million. To sport, and the Crusaders welcome back Ethan Blackadder and Levi Omua from injury for Saturday's Super Rugby clash against the Blues, but remain without captain Scott Barrett. Meanwhile, the Blues will start Stephen Perofeta at fullback in his first game back from a shoulder issue. World champions Aaron Gate and Elise Andrews headline a 16-strong track and road cycling team that's off to the Paris Olympics. The Boston Celtics have beaten the Indiana Pacers in Game 1 of the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals at home. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.